It is official. There is a Legally Blonde 3 coming out, and we have all the details. I'm Tony Moras.
I'm Gabi Conti, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. It has been 18 years since Elle Woods got into Harvard Law. What, like it's hard? It's been almost 2 decades since the world learned how to bend and snap, and that orange will never be the new pink, and that endorphins make people happy, and happy people don't just shoot their husbands, they just don't, okay? Well, whether you fell in love with Elle Woods on screen in Legally Blonde or on the Broadway show, it looks like we are going to get another chapter of this classic, iconic movie.
You wanted to read that because you thought you were delivering the lines.
Oh yeah,
deliver the
okay.
lines because I feel like you know, just real quick, just the camera wants to know.
Okay, so
these are lines from the movie.
So Elle Woods, she got into Harvard Law. What? Like it's hard? Also, she taught us how to bend and snap. She also taught us
bend and snap. That's kind of for the generation coming up. That's kind of like the TikTok roll.
Well, yeah, it's like you bend and snap.
But it's almost like the TikTok.
Oh yeah,
roll.
it is. It is kind of like that.
The TikTok roll.
It's a way to attract the attention of your lovers.
Yes.
She also taught us that whoever said that orange would be the new pink was seriously deranged. So, and she also legally broke down that endorphins make people happy, and happy people just don't shoot their husbands. They just don't. So now you know.
It was just announced that the comedy queen Mindy Kaling and the co-creator of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Dan Gore, are teaming up to pen the screenplay for Legally Blonde 3. Yes, there is and was a Legally Blonde 2, also starring Reese Witherspoon, called Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde, where Elle goes to Washington, D.C., where she learns that the White House can be tougher than Harvard Law. As for what we can expect from this movie, Deadline reports that Kaling and Gore's version isn't a makeover, nor are they doing touch-ups. Rather, their screenplay will have an entirely new, fresh spin.
Ooh, which we're so curious as to what that is exactly. An interesting thing about this is this project actually was announced that there was going to be a Legally Blonde 3 in 2018, but they hadn't been they didn't announce who was writing or any more details, and so now they have Mindy writing it, which is a big, she is basically, on her show, The Mindy Project, she is a modern Elle Woods. Mm-hmm. So I think she's gonna voice the character really well. But it's interesting that they've been working on this for a while, and now finally is the time where we're going to see this movie. Well, so due to the pandemic, we don't have a straight answer on when exactly production will start, but we do know that a script is already in the works. It might even be written at this point, which is great news. This news was actually teased back in June of 2018 when Reese posted a video on her Instagram dressed up as Elle on a pool float, drifting by the camera as she did in her iconic Harvard Law application video. Reese captioned this video, quote, "It's true, #Legally Blonde 3. Reese also told Entertainment Tonight how excited she is about the movie by saying, quote, "We talked about all the new plot points. I got so excited just at the meeting. I was like, this is going to be good." So
she loves this.
This
might be one of her favorite things she's ever done.
I know, and she's done Pretty
great,
Little Liars.
Great actress.
She's done Little Fires Everywhere, which both those shows are amazing, but also super dramatic. So I feel like she might be I'm ready to do something pretty light.
But I feel like she's done some great Oscar.
She was definitely Oscar nominated. She might have won an Oscar that year when she was in the Johnny Cash movie.
But
with Joaquin
this is almost what do you say? That's when you eat chocolate. It's your pleasure. It's my
guilty pleasure.
This is her. I feel like
pleasure.
Legally Blonde is her guilty pleasure.
I mean, it's everyone's guilty pleasure.
But it's her real deal pleasure.
I mean, it just seems. I mean, it was really the role that made her mainstream.
Right.
She was in a lot of movies before that, but that was the role that everyone was like, oh my gosh, Reese Witherspoon.
As for who will be in this highly anticipated movie, Reese is signed on to reprise her role as Elle Woods, but we don't know who else will be making the comeback. Reese did tell E.T. that there will be some returning characters as well as some new ones, but she didn't specifically say who else. We do know that Luke Wilson, who played Elle's love interest as the character Emmett, is 100% down to be in this. Sadly, the one character that won't be able to be in this is Elle's adorable sidekick and chihuahua, Bruiser, who was played by a pup named Moni, who sadly passed 4 years ago, although we're sure he'll still be in there as Spirit.
I'm sure she'll reference him. I mean, chihuahuas don't live 18 plus years. It would have been 18 plus years, so that is a long lifespan. It was great that Moon was in the first one. But yeah, the crazy thing about this too is that we don't know the release date as of yet, but I feel like they're close. So I feel like once things can get started back up, that we would be seeing this movie soon. Hopefully maybe by Valentine's Day next year. That would be amazing.
So who else is excited to see Reese Witherspoon? Who has a, what is it called again?
A chihuahua?
Nope.
A guilty pleasure?
Yeah, who has a guilty pleasure for watching Legally Blonde?
Yes, let us know. I'm Gabi Conti.
I'm Tony Moras, and this is your 24/7 Celebrity News.